Welcome back, guys. The eagle-eyed amongst you might have noticed the footage you've just seen isn't from my scope. That is because I've been using this bad boy. It's a Oneleaf Commander NV400 4K. A few weeks ago, Jason sent me an email. Would I be interested in taking part in a review for him? So at first I was a bit wary with all scams and things like that what's going off these days. So I'd be hesitant. Anyway, I replied, see what happens. He just wanted to know if I'd do a review for him and give him my honest thoughts about it, doing an honest review for him. It's like what I've seen on my YouTube channel, all the other videos and whatnot. So here it is. True to his word, he sent it. Here it is. First of all, I'd just like to own up. I've got a cheat sheet because I'll just forget everything what I want to say. There's a lot to say about it, but I'm not going into all the details and modes and anything like that on it for him. I've just like to say as well, I'm not being paid for it either. I've just been given it for an honest review. So I ain't been told to say specific words to make it sound good at all like that. It's just my personal thoughts. Anyway, let's get back to it. It's a 400 NV400 26x50 Eagle. It's a cracking scope, to be fair. I've been using it now for the last 3, maybe 4 weeks, and I can honestly say it's a good scope. I've got quite a lot of footage, but I'm not putting it on this channel for me on this video. Sorry. So it feels really well made as well. It's not flimsy. Brackets aren't made like monkey metal or all like that. It's a really good solid scope. It comes with what you can see. It comes with the IR torch. Obviously the fastens in. Comes with a rangefinder as well. As you can see, this rifle's Az's rifle as well, so I've been borrowing that for him. It's my old rifle. The scope of it, the weight of it, sorry, the scope, it's not that heavy, to be fair. It looks pretty heavy, but I don't find it heavy carrying it around. It's got the strap. It, like I say, it don't feel all over heavy to me. Rangefinder, not sure I like it the way it is. I'd have preferred it to be built into the scope itself somehow. You know, like some other versions of digital scopes these days with LRF on. I think it just makes it look wide as well. As you can see, looks pretty wide. But where it does come with, there's this key. So all you do then is just unscrew it, and it comes off. It slows you down for an extra 30 seconds or so, which is not that much of an issue. I'll just show you. On this videos as well, I haven't been using ballistic calculator. It's got that function set up on it, but I haven't programmed it. I haven't used it at all, so it just comes off easy. No wires or out. It's all done through little contacts here. It powers it. Speaking of power as well, I charged it up when I first got it. I went out for about 7 hours, 6 hours, 7 hours, something like that, and it used 50% of battery, which I thought it was good. I went out a few days after as well with it, just to see how long it would actually last. I went out for another 4 hours. So all in all, it's done probably 10, 11 hours, which I think it's bloody good, to be fair. And that's without this battery as well. I'll just take off and show you. This battery, I didn't have it in, so it's generally 10, 11 hours, something like that, from the scope battery itself. And also, as you can see, it's not the 18650 batteries, which like vapes and things these days does have it in. So what Oneleaf's come up with, which is another brilliant idea, I think, it comes with a spare cap, but the cap itself is actually deeper. So if you pretend that's the 18650 battery, so it'll come to about there. The other cap is about that much longer. So I think, like I say, it's well thought out, that, to be honest. I think it is anyway. This one, it does all your modes and functions and things like that. It's your menus. You click it for your rangefinder. Like I say, I ain't got ballistic calculator set up or out like that, so these buttons here as well, look, when it's dark they light up, which I think again it's another good idea, because the scope where I have it doesn't, so sometimes I'm just trying to find which ones they are to what I need. These are clearly identified because they illuminate. Right, so Oneleaf claims rangefinder can detect up to about 1300 meters, I think it is. I haven't ranged it that far at all. I've gone to about 500, I think, across Farmers Field. But what I have done as well, I've ranged it down to wall to 4 yard, I think it were. I work in yards, which I don't know why anybody would want to detect a range that low. I don't know, because you may as well just kick it. So the scope itself, the daytime footage, what you'll see, I've been recording in 4K, 120 frames a second. And the night time, when IR's been on, when it's actually dark, I've been using it at 4K, 30 frames a second, which you'll see in footage later on. It's actually good quality footage. I mean, I only go ratty, I don't go foxing or all like that, so the footage what you'll see later on, I think it's an amazing bit of kit, to be fair. It's for price where it is as well. I looked on their website, and it's in dollars or something like that, but it equates about 440 quid for this 4K scope, rangefinder, torch, I think it's 64 gig memory card what's in it, which you unscrew that and it's all in there. The charging ports, data cable, because you can actually connect it to your TV if you want to. Don't know why you would, but you can see charging ports. That's where memory card goes in. So all in all, I think it's a quality scope for bloody money, to be fair. I do have a few niggles with it. One of them is this. I think it's a bit too soft, to be fair. So I found when I've got it up to my eye, so I can get proper footage, and I've got to wiggle it about a bit around my eye to get it comfortable, so I can see its screen. But again, that's just being me. But the only major thing what I don't like about it, I'll be honest with you, is it's got oneshot 0 on it. But other scopes what I've had, the frame freezes. So this don't. So what you've got to do, you've got to hold it still, hold it right angle, make sure it's level. And what it does while holding all that, you move this dial here, and it moves crosshairs across. You click it, and you can move it down or wherever your impact mark is, which I find it awkward. I mean, I think it should have a freeze frame built into it, to be honest with you, software. That's my major downfall with it. Another thing as well is not major, to be fair. It's not a biggie, but it may be to some people. There's no app. I mean, such as the pads and the Hick micros, they've got apps with them. This hasn't, or if there is one, I can't find it. I'll be honest with you, I can't find one. So whether they're making one, whether they're not, I don't know. But it's just my niggle. Don't get me wrong, it's still easy to set up, but it could be made a lot easier. This is a sunshade as well. I'll mention it to you. Just unscrews. Like if you're shooting in bright daylight like this, it's meant to make the footage not clearer, but to save distortions. You know, when it gets different colours, like rainbow colours effect on it, which I'm not a fan of how it looks. But I don't know. When that's off and that cap's shut, that's what they call a starry mode. You see, when it's fully night time, you're meant to open it. Which, like I said, the footage on it, it's bloody good footage. Especially with the IR torch as well, because I thought it may be a cheap naff one, but it's actually a good basic IR torch, to be honest with you. But this one does come with an 18650 battery, so as you can see, like I was saying earlier on, it's alright. In my footage as well, I recorded a few nights ago, showed me using this, so if you just watch it, you'll see what I mean with it. Get to my niggle sheet. Like I say, my niggles is that and that really. The freeze frame. So all in all, I think for value for money as a starter package, I think it's well worth it. I mean, to be honest with you, if I hadn't got my setup and I were told this, I'd go and have a good look at it. To be honest, it's not worth overlooking. The IR torch brackets as well comes up Picatinny rail and there, so you can add extra bits on if you wanted to. So what I'm going to do as well, I'm going to put a link to Oneleaf website to this scope in the description below. So if you do want to go and have a look at it, if you are in market for one, please do so. It's a good value for money scope. Another thing as well, obviously they light up, and the power button as well on this side here, look, that illuminates. So that's it for my waffling on to you. I think it is a good scope, so if you are in market, there's a description below, go and have a look. So stay tuned and watch Rat in Action. Right guys, thanks for making it this far into the video. I hope I haven't bored you too much. So back on farm tonight. This is the first time we've been to this farm, so I'm hoping there's plenty about. Maybe Oneleaf Commander sent from Jason from Oneleaf. That's where it is, look. NV400 26x50 Eagle. It comes with the IR torch, Oneleaf as well. So if you look, if you can see it or not, got different light settings on it. So when you press button at end, you can't see because it's not quite dark enough yet. But the light up to different brightness on your IR. Also got the rangefinder. It's got ballistic calculator on it, but tonight I'm just using rangefinder and show some footage when I record on it for you. Jason asked me to do a honest review, so that's what I'm going to do, an honest review. I am honest. People who know me know I speak truth. There's no hiding stuff. So, like I say, I'm going to wait till it gets a bit darker and give a bit more footage to see what the torch is like, what the quality is like. Now I'm recording on 4K. I'm going to record on 4K at night as well. Right, this is 4K at 120 frames a second. 14 yards for that cow. That grass bank over there, 70 yard. The 4K footage is brilliant. I'm really impressed with it. Brilliant picture. That cat is 37.7 yard away. It's recording at 4K, 30 frames a second. Zoom in a bit. Quality of it, I think it's brilliant. Let's try and focus it a bit better for you. Like I said to you earlier on, look, you see how it's lighting up. Off. 1, 2, 3. I think button's a bit too loud though. I think it's a bit too clicky. But other than that, I think it's a brilliant starter package. Well done, Oneleaf. Again, another point. Right, I've just ranged these cows. It's about 10:30 at night. The footage without the IR on is brilliant. So I'll see if I can get it to go into starlight mode without stopping recording, so just bear with me. Right, that's starlight mode and it's still recording, so it's a bonus. Just try and focus it. Same cow. Let's see if we can do it IR on, if it makes a difference. IR 1, 2, 3, full IR. Back to off. So now let's go to full night mode. Full night mode and it's still recording. Let me just try and focus it a bit. I think it's in focus. So that's without the IR on. IR 1, IR 2, and full IR. As you can see, footage is good. It's recording at 4K at 30 frames a second. Hazard's going to be using this scope. So if you want to see more footage with it, go to his channel.
hopefully. Go on.
Super rat.
Wrong angle there, right near front there. On it, Joe. Go on, I'm leaving it, Joe. Very good spot.